Good evening. My name is Nikita Hall, and my presentation is a topic that many college students, such as you and myself, can relate to. My presentation touches on the topic of excessive cost of college textbooks and the solutions to that. In my introduction, I discuss how the excessive cost of college textbooks is very problematic for most college students. At the beginning of the semester, most students complain how the cost of one single book, let alone when they have to purchase multiple books, is extremely outrageous. Unfortunately, students who cannot afford to purchase those books at the beginning of the semester is already falling behind if they go without the necessary materials on the first day to the first couple of weeks of the semester. Even though there are resources that offers assistance to students who are in need of financial assistance to purchase their books, the most common complaint for students is how they are unaware of these resources and how they should be more public, or how they should be more publicized and more accessible to the students who could benefit from it. By implementing a policy that will allow the college to conduct a mandatory survey/screening that is included in the admissions and registration process can identify those students who would benefit from the resources, and they will be followed by a follow-up to address those students who would be in need of textbooks. The high cost of college textbooks and the problems that they cause. The impact on the students is a negative one. When a student isn't able to afford books on the very first day to a couple of weeks of the semester, can cause that student to fall behind on assignments. Also, another concern is even when a student applies for financial aid or loans, the money may not be deposited into their account in a timely manner, which, if the money isn't in their account, then they cannot purchase the books before the first day of school. That causes the student to go without books, and some students have even confessed to paying for books out of pocket just so they could have books for the very first day. Many students have resorted into using sites like Amazon or Chegg to purchase books other than purchasing from the college campus bookstore. Students' unawareness of resources. As I said before, many students are unaware of resources that are provided by their own college institution, such as emergency textbook grant, which is included in the CARES Act, and different grants that may cover the cost of textbooks. According to a Babson survey research group, more than 60% of faculty members have stated that they believe that the cost of course materials are a serious concern for students. And because of that concern, many teachers are more than willing to help cut costs by recommending their students to buy textbooks and use textbooks, putting copies in libraries, and choosing less expensive material. Now here's the good part, the solutions. The solutions begins with the college and their willingness to inform students of these resources. The college can obtain information through a survey, which would provide the demographics of those students who will not be able to afford their textbooks by the first day of class. That survey would be mandatory, and a follow-up will be available immediately after the survey to inform those students of the different resources that they qualify for. Emergency assistance for textbooks. This is already a policy that exists at the college, and with that, it needs to be more publicized to the students. Now, some teachers do inform the students there is emergency assistance for textbooks, but that's not until the very first day of class, which that may be too late, to apply for that assistance. So it needs to be more publicized in the beginning stages of registering for classes. With the help of survey and screening, the college will be able to identify who is eligible for the emergency assistance. Here's my favorite part, the workbook exchange program. Now, it's eligible to students who do not have enough financial aid to cover books. And it's also eligible to those students who do not want to take out a loan that will put a student in further debt to, cover the price of books. The workbook exchange program would, however, be very similar to the work study program. So if a student isn't receiving financial aid because they're not eligible, they're very much eligible for this workbook exchange program, which is like work study, because that is required for financial aid for most students to do work study program. The benefits of that is the student would gain work skills in addition to getting textbooks for free. This program will be mentioned as a post follow-up to the survey as one of the resources that would be offered. And in this slide, I have included a mock survey of how the survey would look if it was something that was mandated through the college. One of the questions on the survey would be, an example would be, is, does your current financial aid award cover the cost of your textbooks and all supplemental materials this semester? In which the student would either circle yes or no. In conclusion, by implementing a policy that will enable educational institutions to conduct a mandatory survey that will identify students who are in need of textbook assistance, as well as inform them of the different benefits that they are qualified for, students may be alleviated of some of these financial strains that's posed by textbooks costs, and they will simultaneously experience increased academic success. Thank you.